How do? Welcome to part 3 of the mixing tutorials. This one's going to be about EQ. EQ basically means equalization. So, like we were talking about panning being a seesaw, trying to balance it out. We're doing exactly the same thing here, but picture it more like a jigsaw, if you dig. So we're making room for one thing while we're making the other fit. Yeah. So when we talk about main types of EQ, we've got the fixed, which you'll see on mixers. So this is when you got a dial or a knob or whatever you want to call it, and you've got bass, mid, and treble. And basically, you only have two functions: you either boost or cut them frequency. That's what referred to as fixed. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just taking a whole range and just going yes or no. Okay, no. Then we've got the parametric, which probably everyone's had a look at. The parametric looks a bit like, I'll use this one because that's what I've done. So that's a parametric EQ. Basically, in fact, I'm not doing that one. And basically, what we're allowed to do, parametric means a set of values. So we're moving, when we move that, you can see we've got 3 different values that we're manipulating. So it's obviously not like the fixed, because you've either, and we've got different ranges that we're going across. Yeah. The third one's the graphic EQ. As you can see, I've had one loaded up here previously. So basically what this is just dials. You've got boost or cut, but it gives you all these different frequencies you can do that at. And obviously these are main frequencies. Talking about frequencies, they kind of go, you've got like 5 sections. Yeah, you've got your subsection, which will go to about here. Yeah, I'm only boosting so you can see which is a subsection. You've got your bass section, which goes to there. You've got your low mids that goes to there. You've got your high mids that goes to there. And then you've got your highs. Yeah, so you can see there's 5 different sections there. Sub, bass, low mids, high mids, and high. Okie dokie. So, with them in mind, them ranges, we're going to have a look at what sort of things we can do. So, obviously, you know, within mixing, people do different things. So I'm not talking all the time. The first technique we can do is to make a sound more defined, right? So, an easy way to do this is I'm going to take this hat. So, I'm going to play that hat there. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah? If you listen, all I need to do is drop this here. Do you see how it sticks out more? But it's thinner in it. So if you listen to it, it's gone really thin. So what I want to do is just bring that back a bit. Low shelf 2. What this is doing is cutting this frequency but boosting this. I don't want that. I'm going to change that. So you just want the low shelf 1. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of thin. So I'll just put a bit of top end on it. Change that. Do like it. There we go. So all I've done there is I've took out the low frequencies and just boosted the high. Yeah, that's a basic sort of thing you can do to make something more clear. Yeah. So on the same lines about clarity, the other thing you can do, what I've done here is, you see the snares? I've put the snares into a group. This is a group channel. Yeah, all my snares, 1, 2, 3, are all into that channel. As we could tell, they're routed to that channel there. That's the routings. If you see these say stereo out, if I wanted to route anything else to that channel there, all I need to do is click there, and then click on groups, snares. Yeah, I could make other groups. I could make a bass one. I could make a synth one. I could make a percussion one, but I'm only mixing these together. I'm EQing these together because they're the same element. So they're a layered clap and not just, they're not in different areas. Like the bongos down here, as you can see. The bongos I've done as 2 different things, even though they're the same instrument, the different sounds. Therefore, and they're playing at different areas of the track. That's why I've done them as 2 separate elements. Anyway, back to here. So, what have I done here? So this is a parametric EQ, yeah? So what I'll do, I'm going to just drop it like it's hot, take everything off, start from scratch, yeah? So let's play them snares. Okay, so what we're looking for from the snare, I'm looking for a bit of fullness, yeah? I'm also looking for a little bit of a snap on what it sounds like. So remember, I'm gonna upload a chart to you so you can get it on Moodle if you're at Trafford College, or I'll put it in the description if you're watching from YouTube. And basically, on this chart, it tells you where you can find them frequencies. So the first one on the chart, I've put, it says remove below 150. That's because you don't need it. So as you can see here, 145. I've done it 145 because we'll listen. See how thin it goes? Yeah? That's what type of thing it is. It's a cut. Or you can have a shelf. The band is the bandwidth. You see how that's got more of a boxy sound? Want to chop that out. Yeah? So that's one way of doing it first. So I've made the cut because them frequencies aren't being used by the snares, so there's no point in occupying them. Yeah? The second bit. So I boosted a little bit at 800. Yeah? So you can sweep if you put this up. A good way for testing this is you're looking for dodgy sounds, yeah? Awful sound that. That's worse. So what I can do is I can cut that out just a little bit. I've peaked it there. What that's doing is, if I sweep this frequency, yeah, it's giving me the snap. That's what that one's doing. Now, because I didn't cut that frequency before, I'm going to grab this one, and this one can grab it like that. I'm going to put it over here somewhere. See what's happening. So you see that, and it changed that to a peak. Yeah. I'm going to tuck that to 800 because that's what the other one was at. And what does 800 give us? 800 gives us body for our snare, yeah? So what I'm going to do is just boost that a little bit more. Yeah? So, all I've done there is made it more definable, yeah? So if you listen to it without that, yeah? You can hear that stand out, can't you? I'm going to bring that down a little bit. Gives it more snap. That's without. That's with. Every step in mixing takes time. This is like, I've been doing this for a while now, and I know these frequencies because I've tested them out before I've come on and recorded myself. Do you know what I mean? So, that's all we're looking for from that. So that's the first one. That's making an element more defined. Yeah. The second technique is about making something bigger. Yeah, making it sound larger than life. An example of that is what I've done with the bass. So if we just take a look at the bass first. So I'll just bring it up there. If I take that off, yeah, yeah, that's with it on, that's with it off. It's got more weight on it, and that's what we're looking for. And at this stage, yeah, it's not heavy, but we're just giving it weight, so when it fits in the mix, when we've done our mix down and you start putting your things on your master channel, your master out, that's when everything starts sounding bigger and thicker and fatter, yeah? Because we're cutting things. So what have I done here? Straight away you can see 180, 360. So what you do, you pick a frequency by sweeping it. I know that 180 gives bass body. I know that because if you look at the bass, on the chart, it says prominence around 200 to 300 hertz, yeah? use that chart, keep it with you, write it down. Everyone I've done here I've got written down on a pad next to me, so that I know, right, that won't clash, this won't clash, I can boost that here, I can cut that there. Right, so all I've done here is 180, found where the body is. Right, you go loud first, and you go, right, okay. If I wanted to add sub, you can feel that for the sub, but I want body. And I can just drop that because I don't need it that boosted that far. That's enough. And then all you do is double that number. Yeah. So I can make that thinner or wider, whichever. The general rule is, when you obviously if you make it fatter, it covers more frequencies. If you make it thinner, it covers lower frequencies. Okay, when you're using your bandwidth, what we're talking about is when you boost, use a fatter one than when you're cutting. Because when you're cutting, you don't want to cut too big a frequency range out. You just want to dip out the sounds that you don't like. Okie dokie. So this one is giving us presence. Yeah. Putting a bit of giving us presence. This one is giving us that like digital crunch. Yeah, you can hear it. Take it off. That's what you want from a track like this. You can tell the difference now with it off, can't you? Yeah. So that's our second technique. So we've made it more definable. We made the sound bigger. The last one is make it sit better in the mix. Yeah. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my kick. Click on my kick. I'm going to see, or I'm going to revert to my pad. Yeah. I can see that I'm boosting at 75 and 524. Yeah. So my pad, yo. So on my pad, I'm writing kick, and then 75, 524. Yeah. So what that means is, because the bass shares that similar sort of frequency, I go on the bass like this, and I go, okay, bass is going. I'm writing bass on my pad, and then I'm going right. 182 for the low. 364 and then 3000. I've made this easy by giving you a worksheet that you can go with. Yeah, so we know that the kick is at 75 and 524. Obviously I've not got that many bands there, so what I'm going to do is click on my bass, and I'm going to use reasons. No, not that one. Click on the E, and reasons. Cubase has got one ear, right? So I know that when I click on here and I type in 75, it's going to go to 75, and all I want to do there is I want to dip it a bit. Dip it. Yeah, that's too fat. I want it a thinner bandwidth. Yeah, so you just grab that bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play them. Or what you can do is, because I know where it is, you see how the kick's coming through more. I'm going to type it in, it's more accurate. I'm going to do exactly the same here. So I'm on my synth bass. I want to type in 524. I'm going to dip it. And then obviously giving it room. So on the snare, on the kick, sorry, I'm going to do exactly the same. So 182 is the bass frequency. 182. I'm going to dip it. Put that to 4. Seems to work. And then the other frequency was the other frequency was 365. We're going to dip it. Dip. And put that to 4. You see how they're fitting together a lot better now. Right, oh. So the other instruments, do you remember right at the beginning when we were talking about balance and we were talking about writing down on your pad that what clashed and what didn't clash? If you look at your, so let's open this up a little. In fact, no, I can do it here. Right, so we know the snares are alright, the synth bass is alright now because that's with a kick. The bongos are alright. If you look at my bongos, look at my bongos. That's what I've done. I've cut and dipped. Just took the frequencies out that I'm not going to use just to make room for everything else, yeah. Piano. Now, I'll look at my pianos. I'll bring my pianos up, yeah. So, first thing I'm going to do is look what I'm boosting on my piano there. So, piano 1, or piano, I'm going to write on my pad. Pia. Yeah. So, piano, I'm boosting at 120. Notice it's not, no other instrument is boosted at this range. In fact, it's a low shelf to 120. It's not a boost. It's a low shelf. That's what's cutting out there. So, boosted at 200. Dipped a little bit at 293. Why have I dipped a bit at 293? Because there's other instruments that are going to get in the way. Right, oh, and then 5,940. 5,940. I boosted for a bit of presence. Right, oh. So this is how you'd work through yours. If you found anything that might clash, just click on it. Once you've EQ'd and thought, yeah, this is where I want to go. So piano 2. I'll go to piano 2. Piano. Dusker. On my pad. Writing it down. Always writing. Cut off to 120 there. Like it says on my chart. That's what I'm doing. The chart I've made for you. Boost at 250. Because nothing else is boosting at 250. So it's all good. And then I'm boosting at 8,000. 8,000. Right, oh, so that one's the other one's at 6,000, so you know they're not going to clash. It's not at 6,000, it's 5,940. If we're being picky. Right, oh, so bakadoosh. Right, oh, so this is the last one, so piano 3, so numerical 3. I've chopped it up to 100 because at 283 I'm boosting, and then I'm boosting at 700, and then I'm no, I'm dropping at 700, aren't I? Yes, I am. Yes, indeed. I've dropped at 700. I was just gonna say 700 is like, for when you're talking about pianos, you've got a muddy range, and it's anywhere from 250 up to 1k. You can get like muddy sounds. You don't want that. So all I've done is cut that frequency out. I will solo that. So let me show you that. And solo just that one. What is it? It's not even playing, mate. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You see how it's like? Don't like it. Taking that sound out. More clear. Right, oh. So and this is using. You've got to remember that we're using Cubase's EQs here. There are a lot of better EQs on the market. In regard, these aren't too bad though. Don't get me wrong. I've done it with this. So if you can get hold of any other EQs, then do so, but just follow the same sort of guidelines. Anyway, back to where we were at. So 7,293 is where I've boosted there, and what we're going to get there is more clarity in the pianos. So now we know which each of them are boosting at. Right, so what we're looking at. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to dip like we just done with the bass and the kick. I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to go, right, we know around the frequencies. So the piano 1 is boosting at 200. I need to drop at 250, 283. Yeah, so 250. I'm going to make that as thin as I can because I don't want to take anything away from this sound. Yeah. Alright, the second one is 283. So I'm going to type in there. You see how much easier it is? You got a pad, get your pad ripping. -8 is enough. 11. Kaboosh. So let's hear that sound as it is. Yeah. I can turn these off. Right. I'm only dipping around them regions because that's where the body is. So 293. I could dip at 293. In fact, I will do. 293. Barometric 2. I'm kind of dipping there anyway. So, in fact, the other frequency I want to be doing is a little bit. In fact, I will use that. So I'm going to put that to 7,000. I'm going to put that to there. So what I'm doing is, because this one boosts at just above 5,000, yeah, I can drop a little bit at 7,000 and it'll give them other two room. Yeah. Right, next one. So I'll click on here. Same thing. I'm going to drop at 200. -8. -11. I only know them numbers. Because we've just used them. So piano 2. So I'm dropping at 200 and I'm dropping at 283. -8. Do it as fast as I can. So the last piano, what I'm going to do, same thing. So this one boosts at 283. So 200 -8. You see how it's fitting like a jigsaw. I know I've not done that thing. I'll do it in a minute. -8. Stick that at 250. Put that to 11. Right, so there, now I've got, I'm going to show you. They sound a lot better together, yeah. The other one we can do it for is the synths. These two synths. So again, I'm only boosting there. What I should do as well. Okay, so this one, we can see, boom, we'll bring that up, turn it off. There we go. So you've got synth 3 and synth, which one's that? Synth 1 and synth 3, is that right? Is that right? Yeah, synth 1 and synth 3 because the other one's the main lead. So here you can see that I'm boosting at different frequencies, so they're not clattering anyway. But what we could do is we could just click on there, and in this one type 55828. That goes to there, and just drop it a bit. You see how it's taken away from that other one. So what we'll do, we just make it thin, drop it a bit more, and just boost that one a little bit more. Yeah, same thing with this one. So all we're doing here is typing 4709. Yeah, clicking enter. Put that to 3.8 because it seems to work for that one. And then we're going to drop it low. 7.7. Hey, so right, yeah, so turn them off. Even though they don't clash too much, you see how much brighter, how much clearer they are together now. Right, yeah. So basically, them are our three main techniques that we use. So the last one then is just about blending it in. So you cut in frequencies of other elements that match to make it to make them fit better. Yeah. The first one's to make things bigger. So that's when you choose a frequency in the bass section that gives it body, and then you double it and boost it. And then if you want, you can add some high end. And the first one we did, sorry, is for clarity. That's when we look for the boxiness and cut that out. Yeah, so what we did with the snare is we give it more snapperooga. Give it more snap and give it a bit more body. Yeah, so yeah. As a whole now, I'll just show you as a whole. Control AP. Right, so that's basically it. And thanks to Good Music Entertainment, let me use the track, show us demos. Just have a listen to the chorus now, just to see how it all fits together. See how things are more clearer, more defined. Excellent. And that's EQ. If you have any questions, give me a shout and I'll answer them best I can. Read. See you later. Thanks for watching.